Important alert. God says, "You are seeing this message because I want you to know this hidden truth. A person who fell in love with you is involved in this. Don't make the mistake of skipping this. My beloved child, listen closely, because these words carry a truth that was not revealed to you by accident. And if you turn away now, you may miss a blessing and a moment of understanding that was carefully prepared for your life long before this day arrived. I am the one who allowed your eyes to land here, and I am the one speaking gently into your spirit so that you will not walk past something that was meant to open your heart and steady your steps. This is not random and this is not ordinary, because a hidden truth has been quietly unfolding around you, and it involves someone whose heart began to change the moment they truly saw the light I placed within you. Before you continue listening, pause for a moment and write 1111 in the comments as a sign that your heart is open and ready to receive what I am revealing today. I am telling you this clearly, so there will be no confusion in your heart as you move forward from this moment. There is a person who fell in love with the goodness that lives inside you, and their feelings became connected to a deeper purpose that I have been shaping quietly behind the scenes. This truth remained hidden for a time because your journey required patience, healing, and growth before you could fully understand the meaning of what was happening. I allowed certain moments to pass quietly because I was preparing both hearts for a greater understanding that would not have been possible before now. The love that formed in that person's heart did not begin as something shallow or careless, because it was stirred by the kindness, strength, and resilience that you carry even when you feel unseen or unappreciated. You have often wondered why certain encounters in your life felt unusually meaningful, and why some moments with that person carried a warmth that seemed deeper than ordinary connection. Those feelings were not illusions, and they were not accidents, because I was guiding circumstances carefully while protecting you from confusion and unnecessary pain. The hidden truth I am revealing today is that their heart recognized something rare inside you, long before you realized how valuable you truly are. I watched the way they noticed your compassion and the quiet strength you showed during difficult seasons, and their admiration slowly grew into something that surprised even them. While you continued walking forward through your days, I was quietly shaping understanding inside their heart so that their feelings would be rooted in sincerity rather than impulse. There is a reason you are hearing these words now instead of earlier, and that reason comes from my desire to protect you from rushing into situations that were not yet ready to unfold. I have always cared deeply about the direction of your life, and I have guarded your heart during times when emotions and circumstances might have become confusing or overwhelming. The love that formed inside that person was placed under my watchful care because I wanted to ensure that what grows around you comes from truth rather than temporary excitement. While you focused on your responsibilities, struggles, and dreams, I allowed their feelings to mature quietly so that the connection would not be fragile or careless when the time came for you to understand it. Within the first moments of hearing this truth, I want you to remember that nothing about your life escapes my attention, and nothing about your heart is invisible to me. Every time you felt overlooked or misunderstood, I was still watching and guiding events with patience that reaches far beyond human understanding. Even when you believed your life was moving slowly or quietly, I was building foundations that would support blessings you had not yet imagined. The hidden truth I speak about today is part of that careful work because I knew there would come a moment when you needed encouragement and reassurance about the value of your presence in this world. If these words are touching your heart and bringing peace into your spirit, take a moment to support this video with a like, so that more hearts searching for comfort can also receive the same encouragement. My child, the person whose heart turned toward you did not fall in love with perfection or appearance alone, because their affection grew from witnessing the quiet beauty of your character. They saw the patience you showed when others were impatient, and they noticed the kindness you offered even when your own heart felt tired and wounded. These moments may have seemed small or ordinary to you, yet they were powerful enough to leave a lasting impression on someone who was paying close attention. Love that begins with admiration for the soul, rather than surface qualities, carries a depth that cannot easily be shaken by changing circumstances. That is why I allowed their feelings to continue growing under my care until they became sincere and steady. There were times when you felt uncertain about how others truly perceived you, especially during seasons when life became heavy and your spirit felt weary. In those moments, you may have believed that your quiet sacrifices and gentle nature went unnoticed by the world around you. Yet I want you to understand that I never allow genuine goodness to disappear without purpose or recognition. The person whose heart turned toward you saw the light that I placed inside your life, and that light became a source of admiration and affection they could not easily ignore. Even while you doubted your own worth, I was allowing someone else to recognize the beauty of your spirit. This truth is important for you to understand because it reveals something deeper about the way I guide human connections. Love that grows under my guidance carries lessons, healing, and purpose that reach far beyond simple emotion. I use relationships to strengthen hearts, reveal hidden strengths, and remind my children that they are never alone in their journey. The affection that formed in that person's heart is part of a larger story I am still writing, and the meaning of that story will continue unfolding step by step with my guidance. I want you to walk forward with calm confidence, knowing that every detail of your life is being watched over with patience and care. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. As you listen to these words, allow your heart to rest in the knowledge that you are not forgotten or overlooked in this world. Your life carries meaning that extends further than you can currently see, and your presence has the power to inspire genuine love in hearts that recognize the goodness I placed inside you. The hidden truth I revealed today is not meant to pressure you or confuse your emotions, but to remind you that your existence has quietly touched someone else's life in a beautiful way. I am continuing to guide this story carefully, protecting your heart while shaping circumstances that will reveal more understanding at the right time. If you feel peace rising in your spirit as you hear these words, write Amen in the comments as a declaration that you trust the path I am guiding for your life. The hidden truth about the person who fell in love with you did not appear suddenly or without meaning, because I allowed it to grow slowly under circumstances that shaped both of your hearts. I was watching every small moment, every quiet interaction, and every feeling that formed in silence, while neither of you fully understood what was happening. There were days when that person simply observed the way you carried yourself through ordinary life, and what they noticed left a lasting impression on their heart. They saw the way you showed patience, even when situations around you became frustrating and uncomfortable. They saw how you remained gentle in your words when others might have responded with harshness or pride. These moments seemed small in your own eyes, because you were simply living your life with the character I placed within you. Yet those same moments created a quiet admiration inside someone who was learning to recognize the rare beauty of a heart shaped by kindness and sincerity. The love that formed inside them did not begin with dramatic words or sudden declarations, because true affection often grows quietly while understanding deepens over time. I allowed their feelings to mature gradually because I wanted them to see your spirit clearly rather than being distracted by temporary excitement. They began to realize that the strength inside you was not something easily found in the world around them. The way you continued moving forward despite your struggles revealed a resilience that touched their heart deeply. In their quiet thoughts, they began to respect you long before they ever allowed themselves to fully acknowledge the depth of what they were feeling. At times you may have sensed a certain warmth in their presence without understanding why it felt different from other connections in your life. That gentle difference was not something imagined by your mind, because it was the natural expression of a heart that had grown to care about you sincerely. I watched as their admiration slowly turned into affection, and that affection gradually deepened into love that they themselves struggled to understand. They tried at times to push those feelings aside because they feared misunderstanding or rejection. Yet every time they looked at the kindness and honesty in your life, their heart quietly returned to the same place of admiration. There is something important you must understand about the love I allow to grow between people under my guidance. Real love is never rushed or forced, because it must be rooted in truth if it is going to endure through the challenges that life eventually brings. That is why I allowed time to shape their feelings, while also strengthening your own heart through the experiences you were facing. You were learning resilience and wisdom during seasons when life felt uncertain or heavy. At the same time, they were learning to recognize the value of a heart that remains sincere, even in difficult circumstances. Both journeys were unfolding under my watchful care, even when neither of you fully understood the purpose behind those moments. The hidden truth I am revealing continues to unfold, because your life carries significance that reaches beyond what you can currently see. Your presence in this world affects people in ways you may never fully realize. Even simple acts of kindness and quiet strength can become seeds planted in the hearts of others who are searching for meaning and authenticity. The person who fell in love with you experienced that exact awakening as they witnessed your character over time. They saw the goodness that remained steady within you, even during moments when your own heart felt tired and uncertain. As this truth becomes clearer in your mind, I want you to keep your spirit grounded in peace rather than rushing ahead with assumptions or expectations. The story I am guiding still has moments that will unfold gradually, because every step must happen at the right time for both hearts involved. I do not reveal things prematurely because confusion often follows when people move faster than wisdom allows. Instead, I open understanding step by step so that clarity grows naturally within your heart. Trust that the timing of every revelation in your life is shaped by my care for your well-being. You may also remember moments when that person seemed quietly protective or unusually thoughtful in your presence. Those actions were small expressions of the affection that had begun forming inside them long before you realized its depth. They found themselves wanting to support your happiness and guard your peace without always knowing how to express those feelings openly. At times they remained silent because they were still trying to understand their own emotions. Yet their heart continued returning to the same realization that your presence brought a sense of warmth and calm they could not easily explain. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. This hidden truth is not meant to overwhelm you with emotion, but to remind you that the life I placed within you carries influence and beauty that touches others deeply. You have walked through seasons where you felt unseen or unappreciated by the world around you. During those same seasons, I was quietly allowing someone to recognize the strength and sincerity that you sometimes struggled to see in yourself. Their admiration grew not from perfection but from the authenticity of your character and the compassion that flows naturally from your heart. Allow these words to settle peacefully within your spirit as you continue moving forward through your days. There is no need to force outcomes or rush toward conclusions about what the future may hold. My role in your life is to guide you with patience and wisdom so that every connection that touches your heart becomes a source of growth rather than confusion. The love that formed in that person's heart exists within the protection of my guidance, and I am still shaping the direction this story will take as time unfolds. If you believe that my hand is gently guiding the connections and moments unfolding in your life, write 777 inches the comments as a quiet declaration of your faith. You have walked through many seasons where you believed your life was moving slowly or quietly, yet those were the very seasons when I was shaping the circumstances around you with patience and wisdom. Nothing that has happened in your journey has been random or meaningless, because every step has been guided by my care and attention. The person whose heart turned toward you did not suddenly appear with feelings that had no foundation. Their love began forming during moments when they watched the way you carried your burdens with dignity and perseverance. They noticed how you remained respectful and gentle even during situations that might have caused many others to respond with anger or bitterness. Your strength during difficult moments became something that quietly impressed their heart. While you were simply trying to continue forward with your life, they were slowly realizing that the character inside you was something rare and deeply admirable. You may remember times when their presence around you felt unusually attentive or thoughtful. They listened carefully when you spoke and showed a kind of patience that felt sincere rather than forced. Those actions were not empty gestures because their heart had already begun recognizing the value of your presence in their life. The admiration they felt continued growing as they observed the honesty and compassion that guide your decisions. Even during times when you doubted yourself, they saw a light inside you that continued shining quietly through every situation. My child, I want you to understand that love, which grows through observation of character, becomes far stronger than feelings built only on surface attraction. The affection that formed in that person's heart came from witnessing your resilience, your kindness, and your willingness to keep moving forward even when life placed obstacles before you. Those qualities created a deep respect inside them long before they fully realized how much they cared about you. I allowed their heart to experience that admiration slowly, because genuine love must be built upon truth rather than excitement that fades quickly. There were moments when they tried to hide or ignore their feelings because they were uncertain about how to express what they were experiencing. They feared that revealing their heart too soon might create confusion or distance between you. For that reason, they often chose silence while they continued observing the goodness in your life. That silence was not indifference but caution, because they did not want to disturb the connection they felt forming between you. While they remained quiet about their emotions, their respect and admiration continued growing deeper within their heart. At the same time, I was guiding your own life through experiences that strengthened your understanding of love, patience, and faith. Every challenge you faced helped shape your heart so that you would be prepared to recognize sincerity when it appears before you. I do not allow connections to unfold in a careless way because I care deeply about protecting the hearts of my children. The timing of everything in your life is arranged with wisdom that sees far beyond the present moment. While you were learning important lessons about resilience and trust, that person was learning to appreciate the rare beauty of a spirit like yours. Sometimes you may have sensed that their attention toward you carried a quiet warmth that felt different from ordinary friendship. Those feelings were not imagined because they were small reflections of the love that had begun growing inside them. They may not have spoken openly about it, yet their heart was already moved by the sincerity and peace they felt when you were near. They discovered that being around you brought a sense of calm and encouragement that they struggled to explain to themselves. This realization slowly changed the way they viewed your presence in their life. My child, I reveal this hidden truth not to rush your emotions, but to remind you that your life holds value that reaches beyond what you can currently see. There are people who notice the goodness inside you, even when you believe the world has overlooked your efforts and sacrifices. The love that formed inside that person's heart is evidence that the character I placed within you continues to shine brightly, even during seasons when you feel tired or uncertain. Your kindness and strength carry influence that touches others in ways you may never fully realize. Continue walking forward with humility and patience, because the story I am guiding is still unfolding with careful timing. There is no need to chase answers or force understanding before the right moment arrives. When hearts are guided by my wisdom, the path ahead becomes clearer step by step, without confusion or fear. Trust that I am watching over every detail of your journey and protecting your spirit from harm. The connection between you and that person exists within the boundaries of my care and guidance. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. During the days ahead, you may notice certain moments that bring greater clarity about the affection that has been quietly growing around you. Small actions and thoughtful gestures may reveal the sincerity that has been developing within their heart. These moments will help you recognize the truth I have been speaking about today. When you see these signs, remember that they are not coincidences, but part of the story I am gently revealing over time. My role is to guide both hearts with wisdom, so that understanding grows peacefully instead of causing confusion. Your life continues to be surrounded by my protection, and every sincere connection that touches your journey becomes part of the greater purpose I have prepared for you. The love that grew inside that person's heart did not appear by accident, but through a series of moments carefully watched by my presence. Even the quietest interactions between you carried meaning that I was shaping with patience and care. This is why I asked you not to skip these words, because understanding this truth can strengthen your confidence in the way I guide your life. If your heart feels peace while hearing these words, and you trust that I am guiding every step of your journey, write 1212 in the comments as a declaration of your faith. Yet I was always present, watching every step and guarding your heart through seasons when you felt alone or misunderstood. While you were moving through those ordinary days, something meaningful was growing silently within the heart of the person I spoke about earlier. Their love did not rise from shallow attraction or temporary excitement, but from witnessing the genuine spirit that lives within you. That person saw how you carried yourself through challenges that might have discouraged many others. They noticed the calm strength you showed during situations that required patience and humility. Even when life placed heavy burdens upon your shoulders, you continued forward with a gentle heart that refused to become bitter or hardened. These moments spoke louder than any words you could have shared. Your quiet resilience revealed a depth of character that deeply touched the person who was observing you. While you believed you were simply trying to survive another difficult day, they were discovering a beauty in your spirit that slowly awakened feelings they could not easily explain. Their admiration grew during moments when they saw you encourage others, even while your own heart carried silent worries. They saw the way you listened carefully when someone needed comfort, and the way you offered kindness without expecting anything in return. Those small actions may have seemed ordinary to you, because kindness is a natural part of who you are. Yet for someone who was paying close attention, those same actions became powerful reminders that goodness still exists in this world. Each time they witnessed your compassion, their heart felt drawn closer to you without fully understanding why. My child, love that grows from witnessing genuine character carries a strength that cannot be easily broken by changing circumstances. That is why I allowed their feelings to mature slowly instead of appearing suddenly with overwhelming intensity. I wanted their heart to understand that what they were feeling was real and sincere rather than temporary emotion. As time passed, their respect for you deepened into admiration, and that admiration eventually turned into love that quietly settled within their heart. They began to realize that your presence brought a sense of peace and warmth they had not experienced before. There were times when they tried to hide these feelings because they were unsure how you might respond. They feared that expressing their heart too quickly might create confusion or distance between you. Because of that fear, they often chose silence while they continued observing your life with quiet appreciation. Yet even when they remained silent, their love continued growing stronger because it was built upon respect and admiration rather than impulse. They found themselves thinking about the way you approached life with sincerity and how your strength during difficult moments inspired them to become a better person. While their heart was changing in this way, I was also working within your life, shaping your experiences so that you would grow stronger and wiser with each passing season. You faced moments that tested your patience and challenged your confidence. Those experiences were not meant to discourage you, but to refine your heart and deepen your understanding of faith. Through every trial, I remained beside you, guiding you quietly, even when you could not see the direction ahead. The lessons you learned during those seasons prepared you to recognize sincerity when it appears before you. There is a deeper purpose behind the hidden truth I am revealing today. Your life is meant to influence others in ways that extend beyond simple friendship or ordinary connection. The goodness that lives within you carries a light capable of touching hearts that are searching for hope and authenticity. The person who fell in love with you experienced that light through the way you lived your life each day. They saw honesty where others might have chosen convenience. They saw patience where others might have chosen anger. Those qualities slowly awakened feelings of admiration and affection that they could not ignore. As you continue moving forward from this moment, I want you to hold on to peace rather than allowing curiosity or excitement to rush your thoughts. My plans unfold with careful timing, and every step of this story is being guided by wisdom that sees far beyond the present moment. There will be opportunities for understanding to grow naturally between both of you without forcing conversations or creating pressure. When hearts are guided by my presence, clarity arrives gently without confusion or fear. Trust that the path ahead will reveal itself step by step. You may notice subtle changes in the way this person interacts with you as time continues passing. Their actions may carry a quiet attentiveness that reflects the care they feel for your happiness and well-being. These gestures may appear simple on the surface, yet they reveal the sincerity that has been growing inside their heart. They want to protect your peace and encourage your joy, even if they sometimes struggle to express those feelings openly. Their love does not seek to control or pressure you because it was born from genuine respect for the person you are. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. My beloved child, allow this understanding to strengthen your confidence rather than filling your mind with doubt. Your life carries beauty and meaning that you sometimes overlook during moments of discouragement. There are people who see the goodness in you even when you feel invisible to the world around you. The love that formed inside that person's heart is a reflection of the value I placed within your life from the very beginning. You were created with a spirit capable of inspiring admiration and affection simply by being true to who you are. Continue walking with humility and patience, because the story I am guiding is still unfolding. There is no need to chase answers or demand immediate clarity about what the future may hold. Instead, allow my presence to lead you calmly through each moment. When the time is right, the truth behind every connection in your life will become clearer. I will continue protecting your heart while revealing understanding in ways that bring peace rather than confusion. If you feel gratitude rising within your spirit as you hear these words, write 999 inches. The comments as a declaration of faith in the path I am guiding for you. Remember that you are never alone in your journey and never forgotten by the one who created you with purpose. Every sincere connection that touches your life is watched over by my care and guided by my wisdom. The love that quietly grew inside another heart is simply one example of how the goodness within you continues to influence the world around you. There were many times when you believed your life was moving quietly without much notice from others. You continued doing what was right, even when no one seemed to recognize the effort you were giving. You remained patient during situations that tested your strength, and you continued showing kindness even when your own heart felt tired. Those choices may have seemed small in your eyes, yet they were powerful reflections of the spirit I placed within you. The person who fell in love with you noticed those moments carefully, and each one left a deeper impression on their heart. They watched the way you treated people who had nothing to offer you in return. They saw your willingness to help someone who needed encouragement during a difficult time. They noticed that your kindness did not depend on recognition or reward. These qualities spoke quietly yet powerfully to their heart, revealing a sincerity they had not often encountered in others. While you were simply living according to the values placed within your spirit, their admiration continued growing into something deeper and more meaningful. At first, they did not fully understand what they were feeling. They only knew that your presence brought a sense of peace and warmth that stayed with them long after your conversations ended. The calm confidence in your character and the quiet strength you carried during challenges made them see you differently from everyone else around them. Over time, they realized that their thoughts often returned to you, not because of passing curiosity, but because their heart had begun forming genuine affection. My child, I allowed their feelings to grow slowly because love that matures through time becomes rooted in truth rather than impulse. When emotions appear suddenly without understanding, they can fade just as quickly. Yet when admiration forms through careful observation of character, it develops strength that endures through changing circumstances. That is why their heart continued returning to the goodness they saw within you. Each day brought another moment where they recognized something admirable about your spirit. During this same time, I was guiding your life through experiences that strengthened your patience and faith. Some days brought joy, while others brought lessons that required endurance. Through every season, I remained beside you, protecting your heart and preparing you for the future I am shaping. Even when life felt uncertain or slow, my plans were still unfolding with wisdom that reaches far beyond human understanding. The connection forming around you was part of that quiet preparation. You may remember moments when this person seemed unusually attentive to your well-being. Perhaps they offered encouragement when you needed it most, or showed a quiet concern when they noticed you carrying burdens alone. These gestures were reflections of the care growing inside their heart. They did not want to disturb your peace with sudden confessions or complicated emotions. Instead, they chose patience, hoping that the right moment would eventually arrive for honesty and understanding. There is something important I want you to understand about the way I guide human connections. True love respects the heart it admires and never seeks to rush or control the other person. The affection growing inside them carries that respectful patience because it was born from genuine admiration rather than selfish desire. They value the peace in your life and would never wish to cause confusion or pressure. Their heart simply recognized the beauty of your character and began caring about your happiness. My beloved child, the hidden truth I am revealing today is also meant to remind you of your own worth. You have spent seasons questioning whether your life truly mattered or whether your efforts were noticed by anyone. Those doubts weighed heavily on your spirit at times, making you wonder if your kindness and patience were invisible to the world around you. Yet the love that quietly formed in another heart proves that the goodness within you has always been seen. You were created with a spirit capable of inspiring hope and admiration simply through the way you live your life. The compassion you show to others reflects the love I placed within your heart from the beginning. When people encounter that kind of sincerity, it touches them deeply, even if they cannot immediately explain why. The person who fell in love with you experienced exactly that awakening as they watched your life unfold day by day. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Allow this understanding to bring peace rather than anxiety into your thoughts. There is no need to rush toward conclusions about what the future may hold between you and that person. My guidance will continue shaping every step of this story with patience and care. When the time is right, clarity will appear naturally without forcing conversations or creating unnecessary pressure. Trust that I know how to bring understanding into the lives of my children at the right moment. As the days move forward, you may begin noticing small signs that confirm the sincerity of the affection growing around you. Their words may carry warmth and encouragement that feels genuine and thoughtful. Their actions may reveal a quiet desire to support your happiness and protect your peace. These gestures are not coincidences, but reflections of the love that has been maturing quietly under my watchful guidance. If these words bring comfort to your heart and strengthen your trust in my plans for your life, write 5 inches the comments as a simple declaration of faith. Remember always that your life carries purpose and value far beyond what you can see right now. I continue watching over every step you take, guiding you with patience that never fades. The affection growing within that person's heart is only one example of how the goodness within you touches others deeply. Continue walking forward with humility and trust, knowing that my presence remains beside you and that every connection in your life is unfolding under my loving protection. The person whose heart began turning toward you did not arrive at that place suddenly. Their admiration grew gradually as they noticed the consistency of your character. They saw that the kindness you show to others does not disappear when life becomes difficult. They saw that your compassion remains present even when you feel tired or discouraged inside. Those observations spoke deeply to their heart because they recognized something genuine in your spirit. They began to understand that your presence carried a calm strength that made others feel respected and valued. During certain moments, they found themselves thinking about the conversations you shared and the encouragement you offered without even realizing the impact of your words. Your voice carried warmth that made them feel understood and supported. The sincerity in your actions revealed a depth of character they admired greatly. At first, they simply respected the person you were, yet over time that respect slowly transformed into affection. That affection continued growing quietly because it was nurtured by genuine admiration rather than temporary emotion. There were times when they wondered why your presence seemed to bring a sense of peace they had not felt before. They tried to understand the reason behind the comfort they experienced when they were near you or even thinking about you. The answer was not complicated, because the light of kindness I placed within your heart naturally creates peace for those who encounter it. Your spirit carries a warmth that encourages others and reminds them that goodness still exists in the world around them. While their heart was slowly awakening to these feelings, I was also continuing my work within your life. You faced challenges that strengthened your patience and helped you grow wiser with each passing season. Some days required courage when your heart felt uncertain, yet you continued moving forward with faith that I was guiding your steps. Those experiences were shaping your understanding and preparing you for the connections and blessings that would eventually appear along your path. My child, I want you to understand that the love forming around you was allowed to grow quietly for a reason. When affection develops slowly through observation and respect, it becomes stronger and more sincere than feelings that appear suddenly without foundation. The person who fell in love with you has come to value the peace and sincerity they see within your life. They admire the way you remain true to your character even when circumstances challenge your strength. That admiration has gradually turned into a love that rests quietly in their heart. They have often kept those feelings to themselves because they did not want to disturb your peace or place pressure on your life. Their respect for you is strong enough that they would rather remain patient than risk creating confusion. They understand that genuine connection requires the right time and the right circumstances to reveal itself. For that reason, they have continued supporting you quietly through kindness and encouragement whenever possible. You may remember moments when they seemed especially attentive to the details of your life. Perhaps they noticed when you were feeling discouraged and offered gentle words that lifted your spirit. Perhaps they showed appreciation for the effort you put into helping others, even when you believed no one was paying attention. These gestures came from a heart that had already begun caring deeply about your happiness and well-being. My beloved child, the hidden truth I am revealing is also meant to remind you that your life carries value far greater than you sometimes believe. You have experienced moments when doubt whispered that your kindness might be unnoticed or that your quiet efforts did not matter. Yet the affection growing in another heart proves that your spirit has always been visible to those who truly pay attention. The goodness within you is powerful enough to inspire love simply through the way you live each day. I do not reveal these things to cause your thoughts to rush ahead or imagine outcomes before the right moment arrives. Instead, I want you to feel encouraged and confident in the path you are walking. Your journey is unfolding with purpose, and every connection in your life is being guided with wisdom that protects your heart. The person who fell in love with you is part of that story, yet the timing of every step will continue to be shaped by my care and understanding. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. As time continues moving forward, there will be moments when the sincerity of their feelings becomes easier for you to recognize. Their words and actions will carry a warmth that reflects the admiration they have been holding quietly for so long. These moments will not appear suddenly with confusion, but will develop naturally as understanding grows between both of you. When hearts are guided by my presence, clarity arrives gently and peacefully rather than through pressure or fear. Allow your heart to remain calm and grateful for the way I am guiding your life. You are never walking through this world alone or unnoticed. My presence surrounds you in every situation, protecting your spirit and preparing you for the blessings that belong to your journey. The love that formed within that person's heart is one example of how the goodness within you continues to touch others in meaningful ways. If you feel peace rising within your spirit as you hear these words, write 2 inches the comments as a quiet declaration that you trust the path I am preparing for your life. The person whose heart began falling in love with you noticed the details that others often overlooked. They saw the calm strength you showed when facing challenges that might have discouraged many people. They watched the way you continued helping others, even during times when you yourself needed encouragement. These moments revealed the depth of your character, and that quiet strength created admiration inside their heart. While you believed you were simply continuing through ordinary days, they were slowly discovering that your presence carried a rare kind of warmth and sincerity. Their admiration began as a simple respect for the person you are, yet it gradually deepened into something far more meaningful. They found themselves thinking about the way you spoke with kindness and the patience you showed in situations where others might have reacted harshly. The honesty in your actions made them realize that your spirit was genuine and trustworthy. Over time, those thoughts grew stronger until they recognized that their heart had begun caring for you in a way they had never expected. What started as quiet admiration slowly turned into love that settled gently inside their life. My child, I allowed their feelings to grow slowly because love that matures through understanding becomes steady and sincere. When affection appears suddenly without foundation, it often fades quickly once circumstances change. Yet when admiration grows through observing someone's character, it becomes rooted in truth that can endure many seasons. The person who fell in love with you experienced that gradual awakening as they continued witnessing the kindness and resilience within your life. Each day brought another reason for their respect to deepen and their affection to grow stronger. There were moments when they questioned their own feelings because they feared misunderstanding the connection they felt with you. They wondered if their heart was moving too quickly or if expressing their emotions might disturb the peace between you. Because of those concerns, they often chose silence, keeping their feelings private while they continued appreciating the person you are. Their patience was not hesitation caused by doubt, but a reflection of the respect they felt for your life and your well-being. During this same time, I was guiding your journey through experiences that strengthened your faith and your understanding of love. Some days required courage as you faced challenges that tested your patience and confidence. Yet even in those moments, you continued showing compassion and sincerity toward others. Those qualities did not go unnoticed by the person whose heart had begun caring deeply about you. Every time they saw your resilience during hardship, their admiration for you continued growing quietly. You may remember certain moments when they seemed unusually attentive to your feelings or concerned about your well-being. They might have offered encouragement when you appeared discouraged, or shared kind words that lifted your spirit during a difficult day. Those actions were not random gestures, but reflections of the affection that had begun forming within their heart. Even when they tried to hide their emotions, their care for you continued revealing itself through small yet meaningful actions. My beloved child, the hidden truth I am revealing today is also meant to remind you of something important about your own life. You have sometimes doubted whether your kindness truly matters in a world that often seems rushed and indifferent. Yet the love that quietly formed in another person's heart proves that the goodness within you carries powerful influence. The compassion you show and the patience you practice have touched someone deeply enough to awaken genuine affection. I placed a light inside your spirit when you were created, and that light continues shining through the way you treat others with respect and understanding. People who encounter that light often feel encouraged and inspired without even realizing why. The person who fell in love with you experienced that exact feeling as they watched your life unfold day by day. Your sincerity reminded them that genuine kindness still exists in the world, and that realization stirred admiration that eventually became love. I want you to receive this understanding with peace, rather than allowing your thoughts to rush ahead with expectations. The story I am guiding between you and this person is still unfolding carefully under my watchful care. There will be moments when clarity appears naturally, allowing both of you to understand the connection growing between your hearts. Those moments will come at the right time, without pressure or confusion, because I am shaping the path ahead with wisdom that protects both of you. As time continues moving forward, you may notice their actions reflecting the respect and affection they hold for you. They may express appreciation for the qualities they admire in your life. They may show a quiet desire to support your happiness and protect your peace. These gestures will not be dramatic or overwhelming, yet they will reveal sincerity that has been growing quietly for a long time. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. Allow your heart to remain humble and grateful as you continue walking through the days ahead. You do not need to chase answers or force understanding before the right moment arrives. My guidance will continue leading you step by step, revealing truth in ways that strengthen your spirit rather than causing uncertainty. The love that has grown within another heart is part of a larger story I am carefully shaping around your life. If these words bring calm and reassurance to your spirit, write 15 inches the comments as a simple declaration that you trust my guidance for your life. Always remember that your life carries purpose far greater than what you can see in the present moment. The kindness and sincerity within your heart have the power to influence others in ways you may never fully realize. I continue watching over every detail of your journey, protecting your spirit and preparing the path ahead with care. Those thoughts sometimes visited your mind during nights when your spirit felt tired and uncertain. Yet, even in those moments when doubt surrounded you, I was watching carefully and guiding events that you could not yet see. The hidden truth I spoke about earlier was unfolding quietly during those same days, growing gently in the heart of someone who began seeing the goodness inside you more clearly than you realized. The person who fell in love with you did not come to that feeling suddenly or without reason. Their admiration began forming during simple interactions, when they noticed the way you spoke with sincerity and treated others with respect. They observed how you listened carefully when someone needed encouragement, and how your words carried warmth that made people feel valued. These moments left quiet impressions on their heart, because they revealed a spirit that remained compassionate, even in a world that often rewards indifference. Each time they witnessed your kindness, their respect for you deepened a little more. You may have believed those moments were ordinary parts of daily life, yet they were powerful enough to stir something meaningful inside another person. They began realizing that your presence brought a sense of calm and reassurance they rarely experienced elsewhere. When you spoke, they felt understood and encouraged. When you showed patience in difficult situations, they admired the strength behind your gentle nature. These observations slowly formed a picture in their mind of someone whose character deserved admiration and care. My child, I allowed these feelings to grow slowly because true love must be rooted in understanding rather than excitement that fades quickly. The affection inside their heart matured through time as they continued witnessing the way you lived your life with sincerity. Each day brought another moment where they recognized a quality in you that inspired respect. Your resilience during hardship, your humility when others might have chosen pride, and your quiet compassion toward people in need all contributed to the love that began forming within them. There were moments when they wondered whether their feelings were real or simply admiration that would pass with time. Yet no matter how they tried to dismiss those emotions, their heart continued returning to the same realization. They cared deeply about your happiness and well-being. The thought of you experiencing joy brought warmth to their spirit, and the idea of you feeling discouraged stirred a desire within them to offer encouragement. These emotions grew stronger each time they saw the honesty and strength that define your character. At times they chose to remain silent about these feelings because they feared creating confusion in your life. They respected your peace and did not want to place unexpected pressure upon your heart. Their silence was not caused by uncertainty about their affection, but by the care they felt for your emotional well-being. They wanted any connection between you to unfold naturally rather than being forced by sudden declarations. This patience allowed their love to grow quietly while they continued supporting you through kindness and thoughtful gestures. While this affection was forming within their heart, I was guiding your journey through experiences that shaped your understanding and deepened your faith. Some days required courage when circumstances challenged your confidence. Yet you continued moving forward with humility and perseverance, trusting that your life still carried meaning even during difficult seasons. Those experiences were strengthening your spirit and preparing you for the blessings that would eventually appear along your path. The hidden truth I revealed earlier is not meant to rush your thoughts or create expectations about what the future may hold. Instead, it is meant to remind you that your life carries influence that reaches far beyond what you can currently see. The goodness inside you has touched someone deeply enough to awaken love within their heart. That love began because of the sincerity and compassion you express simply by living according to the values I placed within you. My beloved child, allow this understanding to strengthen your confidence rather than filling your mind with uncertainty. You have sometimes believed that your quiet efforts to be kind and patient were unnoticed by the world around you. Yet the affection that formed in another heart proves that your spirit has always been visible to those who truly pay attention. The light within you continues shining even when you feel weary or discouraged. As the days continue unfolding, there will be moments when the sincerity of that person's feelings becomes easier for you to recognize. Their actions may carry a gentle attentiveness that reflects the care they feel for your happiness. Their words may reveal admiration for the strength and kindness they see in your life. These moments will appear naturally, without pressure or confusion, because I am guiding the path ahead with wisdom that protects both of your hearts. Trust that every connection in your life unfolds under my watchful care. I do not allow relationships to develop without purpose or direction. The love that quietly formed around you is part of a larger story I am shaping with patience and compassion. As understanding grows, you will begin to see how the experiences you have lived through prepared both hearts for the connection that is gradually unfolding. If these words bring reassurance to your heart and strengthen your trust in the way I guide your life, write 1717 inches, the comments, as a declaration of faith. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. My beloved child, remain still within your heart as these words continue unfolding, because the truth I am revealing is not meant to stir confusion, but to bring deeper understanding and peace into your spirit. I know that sometimes your mind searches for explanations when you hear that someone has quietly fallen in love with you. You may begin wondering when it started, how it grew, and why you did not fully see it before now. Yet I want you to remember that not every meaningful thing in your life begins with loud announcements or obvious signs. Some of the most sincere emotions grow quietly in the background while ordinary life continues moving forward. The person whose heart turned toward you experienced exactly that kind of quiet awakening. Their feelings were not born from a single moment or a dramatic encounter. Instead, those emotions grew through many simple interactions where they observed the kindness, patience, and sincerity within your spirit. They noticed the way you carried yourself through both joyful days and difficult seasons. They saw that your character remained consistent, even when circumstances tested your strength. That consistency became the foundation of the admiration that slowly turned into love. There were moments when they simply watched the way you treated people around you. They noticed that you spoke gently, even when others were impatient. They saw the effort you made to understand someone who felt discouraged or overlooked. These moments revealed a depth of compassion that quietly impressed their heart. While others may have seen only ordinary conversations and small acts of kindness, they recognized something far more meaningful. They saw a person whose heart remained genuine, even when the world around them often encouraged indifference. My child. The reason this truth remained hidden for a time was not because it lacked importance. It remained quiet, because both hearts needed time to grow and mature before understanding could appear clearly. If these feelings had been revealed too early, confusion might have followed before either of you were ready to receive such a connection with wisdom and calm. I protect the hearts of my children by allowing certain truths to unfold slowly, rather than rushing them into the open before the right moment arrives. During the same seasons when their admiration was deepening, you were also experiencing moments that strengthened your patience and resilience. Life presented challenges that required courage and faith. At times you wondered whether your efforts to remain kind and sincere were truly making a difference. Those doubts sometimes weighed heavily on your spirit, yet you continued choosing compassion instead of bitterness. Those choices did not go unnoticed by the person who was quietly observing your life. Each time they saw you respond to difficulty with humility rather than anger, their respect for you grew stronger. They admired the way you refused to allow hardships to change the goodness within your heart. This admiration slowly transformed into affection as they realized that your presence brought a sense of peace into their life. Being around you made them feel encouraged and understood in ways they had not experienced before. There were times when they tried to push those feelings aside because they feared misunderstanding what was happening inside their heart. They wondered whether expressing those emotions might complicate the connection you already shared. Because of that concern, they often chose patience and silence. Their respect for your peace was greater than their desire to reveal their heart quickly. Instead, they allowed their affection to remain quiet while they continued supporting you through kindness and thoughtful gestures. My beloved child, I reveal this hidden truth not to rush your emotions, but to remind you that your life carries value that reaches further than you realize. You have sometimes believed that your quiet efforts to be compassionate were unnoticed. Yet the love that formed in another heart proves that your spirit has always been visible to those who truly see. The kindness within you has the power to awaken admiration and affection simply through the way you live each day. The light I placed within your heart shines through your actions, even when you are unaware of its influence. People who encounter that light often feel encouraged and inspired by your sincerity. The person who fell in love with you experienced that encouragement each time they witnessed your patience and understanding. Your presence became a reminder that genuine goodness still exists in the world. I want you to receive this understanding with calm gratitude, rather than letting your thoughts rush toward expectations about what may happen next. The story I am guiding around your life is still unfolding carefully with my wisdom and care. There will be moments when clarity appears naturally between both of you. Those moments will not come with confusion or pressure, because I am shaping the path ahead with patience that protects both hearts. As time continues passing, you may begin noticing signs that reveal the sincerity of their feelings. Their actions may show attentiveness to your happiness and concern for your well-being. Their words may carry warmth that reflects the admiration they have quietly held for so long. These gestures will help you recognize the truth that has been growing quietly behind the scenes. Allow your heart to remain peaceful and humble as this understanding settles within you. Your journey is guided by wisdom that sees beyond the present moment. I am watching over every step you take and ensuring that every connection in your life unfolds with purpose and care. The affection that formed within that person's heart is part of a larger plan I am shaping with patience. If these words bring peace and reassurance to your spirit, write 1919 inches the comments as a sign that you trust the path I am guiding for your life. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. Always remember that you are never alone in your journey. My presence surrounds you in every situation, and my love continues guiding your life with patience and compassion. The goodness within your heart has already touched someone deeply enough to awaken genuine love. Continue walking forward with sincerity and humility, knowing that the future unfolding before you is being shaped with wisdom that protects your heart and honors the light I placed within you.